think back to how I was feeling when I attended my own honors night, I remember being excited about starting a new chapter in my life. My mind raced about my future prospects and challenges. Unfortunately, these thoughts turned from pure excitement and joy to nervousness and fear. College? What? How am I going to handle all the new responsibilities? Am I going to pass all my classes? Am I going to be able to handle the course load and all the new homework? Well, by the time August rolled around and I had said my final goodbyes to Mom and Dad, D-Day had arrived. During the first week of classes, my life was hectic. Between trying to find my classes on campus, meeting new teachers, buying books on my own, and living with a person whom I had never met before, I was pulled in all different sorts of directions. However, after that first week and everything had calmed down, I found myself getting back into the school groove. I was meeting new people and making new connections. I became a member of a service club on campus, and I was handling all of my homework assignments that were given to me. On top of that, I was still able to find time for myself. As the semester progressed, I found that I could handle college. I can succeed. I can do this. And looking back, I attribute my success in both my coursework and in my personal relationships to the strong foundations that were built for me while I was at JPII. During my years here, I learned how to study hard, work hard, and laugh hard. I learned from Dr. Karen and Deacon Edwards the importance of how faith and service can be used as a positive factor in my life and in my relationships. I learned from Mr. Stevenson and Mrs. Voice the valuable skills of composition and communication, and not to say God bless you when someone sneezed, and that dragons really did exist. From Mr. Brown and Mr. and Mrs. Weaver, the importance of staying organized. From Dr. Barrow, how to take careful and effective notes. I learned from Mr. and Mrs. McLaren how to be a positive role model for my fellow students. And from Mrs. Phillips and Mrs. Evelhard, that everyone had a beautiful voice. You only have to stop and listen for a little bit to hear it. All of these lessons I hold near and dear to my heart. I know that right now you might not think about these things because you're being swept away by the graduation and excitement and everything. But trust me, it took me a while too. Give it a few months, let it sink in. I'm sure you'll find at least one or two. This is why it is so important for us graduates of JPII to give back. As graduates, it is now our responsibility to represent this community, this family that has been built and formed on this hill. Initially, when people think of giving back, money's the first thing that comes to mind. Although I'm sure that a small monetary donation will be always appreciated, there are other ways to give back to our school family. By volunteering at JPII events, offering assistance to teachers, mentoring current JPII students, donating supplies to JPII programs, and becoming a member of the Alumni Board are just a few things you can do in order to give back to our family. Just by giving back a little bit of your time and or resources each year will only help our family to grow. And don't worry, you will be receiving information soon in the mail over the summer. I now challenge you to take some time at the end of your first semester of college to reflect on your experience here at JPII. I have a feeling that you'll find reasons to come back. You will find reasons to want to volunteer. You will find reasons to want to contribute. High school is part of some of the best years of your life. Why would you not want others to feel the same way about their high school experience? We are all now an example for current and future students. Let us together create and develop a legacy and tradition that will help others to grow in mind, body, character, and spirit. Thank you.